Good morning, everyone. Um, Happy New Week. It's another time to make money. Yeah. So these are the opportunity to make money this week. Last week wasn't very much active last week. Wasn't very much active, but yeah. Let's make money this week, guys. Let's make money this week. So today is Monday. Let's check what the market has for us. Possibly still for the week. My share my screen now. Uh, yeah. Regularly we are checking good, of course. That's what we do. It is basically what we do. So we'll be looking at gold this morning. What does gold ask for us? What opportunity can we watch out for on gold? So basically that is what we'll be looking at for this morning. But first before we start, let's pray. Speak to thank you for yet another opportunity to result in the name of Jesus. Thank you for last week. Thank you for the previous one. So commit this week continue to control us to be positive. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So good. What do we have here? Let's go to the power time frame. Alright. Seems to me that we're having lots of corrections already on those. The buyers are taking control of the market again. The buyers are taking control of the market again. So what do we expect? Right. This is power time frame, daily time frame. What do we see? Well, the week seems to start on a very strong bullish candle. Right. So this week I expect possibly a correction to this point. I expect a correction back to this upside, a correction back to this point. At least, if not for. Power time frame. So what we're watching out for this one is possible entries. Yeah, of course. When the market opened yesterday, around 12 a.m., I checked the market and I saw market breaking above this point, which I marked, and I was expecting retracement back to the same point, expecting retracement back to the point. And yeah, I woke up this morning to see it already happened. So basically, I made that particular entry. This here, this here, this retracement back to this point. So I kind of miss it. So what am I expecting on the market this morning? I'm still expecting a buy until we get to this zone. Let me mark it out. Okay, ready to it. I'm expecting a buy until we get to this zone before we see a kind of maybe a little sell, not little, but at least more significant sell than short-term sell that we normally have. So I'm expecting a buy up to this point, before we sell back to this point, possibly. So a buy up to this point, let me mark it, then sell to this point, then we'll buy to the upside. So that is my expectation for gold this morning. This is simply my expectation for gold. Not this morning, per se, today. Yeah, this is my expectation for gold too. But before then, how do we join the buy to the upside? I mean, to this zone. How do we join the buy to this point? Now, we have to watch out for mini demand zones that we can take a buy from. Market is likely to come to this point. It's likely to come to this point, which I doubt, before it buys to this point. It will likely come to this point. Yeah, but I doubt it. I think it's where we're coming to. So until markets sell to this point, we've been here once, we've been here once. Okay, this was not the one I even missed, not this one rather. So this a breakout from this point up to this point. So they sell back to this point and it happened and already bought how many pips. And this is how many pips guys. It fell to 49.69 and it has gone back to 50.47. That's almost 700 pips there about. About 700 pips there about. So for a major move to this point, I'm expecting a retracement back to this point. most likely we face from this point 5,000 most likely, but for liquidity sake, I'm expecting a buy from this point. So a buy from this very point, from this point, yeah, that'll be my expectation for this. Possibly this morning because I'm risking high. I might, yeah, 150, 150. Sometimes if I'm looking for more RRR, I risk more, like 150 pips, right? 200 pips to catch up with 600 pips thereabout. So to move this market to this point, we expect that little bit of sell down. So this is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting to go this morning. And of course, we have to watch out from candle reactions at that point and see what the market have to offer and before we confirm our buy. If the market is going to hold this point or not. So I'm watching out for this as a buy continuation to this point. That's how many pips. That is 1,000 pips, guys. That is 1,000 pips. That is quite a lot of money if you can catch up with that. Coming, coming. That is quite a lot of money to catch up with that. So that's what I'm expecting to go this morning. I'm still expecting a buy continuation. I don't see much of heavy sell this week like we had last week. I don't see much of very heavy sales this week as we had last week. Not so much, right? So I'm expecting more of a correction to the upside. First to this point, right? Then to this point. So if we can break out of this point, it's gonna be a very lovely move. Uh, for you, for you. It's gonna be a very lovely move, guys. Just to break out of this point. Just to break out of this point. I hope the market does retreat back to this point and give us a clear entry again so that we can join the ride. I really hope for that. I really hope for that. Meanwhile, have in mind that this also was a minor supply zone already placed. This in particular, and candle close above it, this particular one here. So that's why I'm not interested in this as markets to selling hard. Of course, markets to still sell hard. Oh, so this is a zone, guys. Markets might likely continue buying from here. Sorry, guys. For you, for you. Whenever drop to the point you expect, whenever drop to that point that you expect. And besides, it's even a very minor demand zone there. And you see that's where the bounce off. So this is simply break and test. Look out of this point, close above it, came down to this point, boom to the other hand. The nearest place to retrace again will be this point definitely. It's gonna be that point, but let's watch out for the big picture. It's Monday, it's not wise to rush into the market and get trapping. I mean, I'm talking to myself as well. Market can be very tricky on Mondays. So this zone might hold. So we have to say break below this point first. Then to confirm this point. So I'm watching out for that. As you can see on 5 minute time frame, this has been holding. This has been holding. This has been holding. So regardless, let's see what happens. Either a break below and tap on this point, or a break above entirely, and we join the ride to the upside. At least if you have a break above this point, it's a sure ride for us. The market is going to buy hard this week. And besides, the way we started the week last night was a significant pointer to the fact that we're going to have a hard buy this week, possibly, possibly, right? So let's watch out. Let's watch out and see what the market has for us. Let's watch out and see. So that is it, guys. There's nothing much more to show in the market this morning. This very possible, very possible, very possible, very possible. The high possibility point for gold to keep buying from. So if you don't trace it backward, look at, look at, look at. Alright. So the first time we broke out from this point up to this point, market traced back to this point first. Tap on this point, went back up. Then the next treatment was this zone. So this zone is quite a zone for gold as well. But let's watch out for the main thing now. Let's see what market does. Look at it here as well. It's been a major zone, a kind of major zone for gold at this point. So let's see what happens. And it just right with this all along. Let's see what happens, guys. You can see that bounce up from that point. Market was almost dropping back to it. And look at, look at, just right now, again, market is moving hard from that zone. So, but let's watch out. This is just 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So let's watch out. Let's watch out. And see market still come back to this point. So the best I get to do for ourselves this week is not to rush the market at all. So if you miss this one, you wait for possibly a breakout of this point, a breakout of this point, then retracement around this point, then buy to this side. Or entirely if it makes it strong, we wait for a breakout of this point, and we sell from this point. But of course, also wait for liquidity grab first at this point. I don't sell like that because gold is, when it comes to selling, gold is very, very tricky. Why are we selling at this point? Why are we selling at this point? Yeah, lots of reasons, lots of reasons. We have our base here. We have our base here. This is our base at this very point. Lots of liquidity at that particular point. So market will likely come here, clear up liquidity for about 600 pips, then sell back to this point. So that first sell, we can catch up with it. Is it around maybe, uh, let's say 500 pips, 400 pips, the first sell, then you get out of the market, then we continue buy to the outside. So this is that I do myself. I don't like selling it, but if I'm going to sell a major zones, I just tap into it, get most of the time 1 to 2 out of the market. I always look for the buyers. I always watch out for the buyers. I always watch out for the guys buyers. So we have to be careful with these buyers. So that's why I say we have to watch out for candlestick pattern first at this point because we have a vacuum to be filled at this very point. We have a vacuum to be filled at this very point. Market open and created a gap here. So we have a gap to be filled. There's a gap to be filled, guys. A gap to be filled. So we have to be careful of this point. Just watch out for strong move at this point so we confirm that buy. So take note of that. Take note of that. But of course, even before that drop, I'm watching if market taps to this place, likely do this and give us about okay, this is 1.5,000 to 5,090 there about so this point being 40, 4990 to 5,020 there about. So yeah, that would be the first one. So instead of swinging that point, you just take out your profit. So that's how we go, guys. That's how we go. So let's watch out. So look out for many opportunities. So coming back to this point, we buy to this point, a direct move to this point, we sell to this point, then allow market to break above this point. You can confirm a continuation of buying to the upside. So that's all we're watching out for this morning. But so watching out for what is the XY saying? So, yeah, the XY is selling on 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. The XY is selling. It might take a little bit from here, but it's not going to be significant. So see a sell on the XY. See, we have a lot of corrections to be done or to be made on the XY, at least to this very point. A lot of corrections on the XY to this very point. So for those of you that buy or that trades GU, EU, you can expect to keep um, buying until the XY gets to this point. Yes, and you can look out for buying GU, EU right from this point. I mean, till the XY sells to this particular point. So the XY is still selling. But of course, gold doesn't always follow the XY in that pattern. Gold does this thing and apparently nothing can stop it sometimes too. But regardless, it's good to watch out for it sometimes too. Gold is still buy. I mean, gold is still a buy, guys. Gold is still a buy. And we are going to join that rate. We are going to join that rate. Either sooner or later. Don't forget, this is just money. You don't want to risk so much in the market and get tapped out. But preserve your capital at all costs. Preserve your capital at all costs. Preserve your capital at all costs, guys. Alright, that is that about it. I'm just gonna be active here, leave the chat open in case I see something anything. I'm gonna talk about it right now. Right now, just go back to work. All right. So the market seems to be holding that mini zone that we marked. So yeah, but end up being the other way around. The market just break and post it points and watch out for retracements. Then we take it right from there. But for now, wait, wait,